Have you ever noticed how some dreams feel so real in your imagination, but so far away in real life? You can see them vividly, success, love, health, but somehow they're always out of reach. So you push harder and you do more. But the problem isn't the effort that you put in, it's the way that you visualize. Visualization, when done correctly, isn't about pretending something's real. It's about aligning what's unseen with what's seen. It's a practical skill, but most of us use this unconsciously. So in this video, I want to show you how to visualize in such a way that it'll show up in your reality. So everything you create in your life begins in the same place, your mind. Before anything shows up in the physical world, it appears first as a thought, an image, a feeling. You've rehearsed more than once. Now this isn't wishful thinking. It's how the mind naturally works. The things you repeatedly imagine become the things you move towards. Visualization isn't daydreaming, or sitting back hoping that something drops in your lap. It's deliberate. It's choosing a direction for your life by deciding what you hold in your inner world. And this is where most of us miss the mark, or sin. When we picture what we want, it's vague. I want to feel better. I want more money. I want a new start. Nothing in you knows what that actually means. There's no shape or target to move towards. So the real question is, what does it look like for you? What does feeling better mean to you in everyday life? What does more money actually change for you? What does a new start look like when you wake up in the morning? Your mind needs something definite, and without it, you remain stuck in the same emotional cycles and behavioral patterns. Visualization, when done properly, is what shifts you out of that repetition. It takes you from wanting something to mentally living inside of it. But clarity is only the first step. What comes next is what brings it to life. So clarity gives you direction, but consistency gives it power. Having a clear picture once is not enough. A single moment of inspiration will fade. But when you revisit your vision regularly, even for a few minutes, it becomes something that your mind begins to treat as familiar instead of far away. Think of it like returning to a thought so often that it stops feeling imagined and it starts feeling normal. That's when your behavior starts to align without effort. This is why people who succeed in any area don't just think about what they want once. They keep bringing it to mind, refining the details, and strengthening the emotional connection to it. But to put it simply, what you think you become. But that only happens with repetition, not a one-off moment of motivation. When you keep your vision clear and consistent, it stops being fantasy. It becomes an internal certainty that you lean into naturally. So looking at an image in your mind is not enough. The subconscious responds to experiences, not sentences. You have to step into it as if you're there, so get your senses involved. If you're imagining a certain lifestyle, feel what it's like to move through that version of yourself. If you're imagining a relationship, notice how your body feels in that dynamic. And if you're imagining a healthier version of you, sense the energy, the strength and the comfort in your own skin. Your mind believes what your senses confirm. This is what athletes mentally rehearse. They're firing the same neurocircuits they use in real performance. Your brain treats vivid imagination as genuine experience. When you rehearse the future in this way, it stops feeling distant. It becomes familiar and expected, and your behavior naturally starts to match it. James Allen said, "You'll be tomorrow where your thoughts take you." Sensory imagination is how you move through those thoughts with accuracy. So once your inner world is clear and vivid, the subconscious starts to do its job. While your conscious mind chooses the vision, it's your subconscious that carries it out. And it doesn't judge or question what you give it. It accepts whatever you're emotionally engaged with the most, whether that's worry, doubt, confidence, or belief. The subconscious doesn't distinguish between something you vividly imagine and something you've actually lived. To it, both are real experiences. That's why emotional, consistent visualization is so powerful. When you repeatedly imagine a version of yourself with conviction, your subconscious treats it as the truth. And without you forcing anything, your behavior shifts to support that truth. You start noticing opportunities that match your imagined life. You become more aware of ideas that you used to dismiss. You meet people who fit the direction you're moving towards. From the outside, it looks like luck, but from the inside, it's simply alignment. Everything you've ever changed about yourself started this way, through an inner shift first, then an outer one. So this is the stage where most of us quit. We visualize for a few days, maybe even a couple of weeks, and because nothing dramatic happens, we assume it's not working, but most progress doesn't start on the surface. It starts underneath in your beliefs, your self-concept, the way your mind processes your identity and your possibilities. You can't see this in real time, but patience isn't passive. It's confidence in the unseen work your mind is already doing. When you stop too soon, you interrupt the process. You cut the momentum before it's had a chance to produce anything visible. But when you keep going, you begin to notice little shifts, subtle changes in how you think, unexpected conversations, and small opportunities you weren't getting before. These aren't coincidences. It's the early signs of your inner world starting to translate to the outer. The first signs are usually quiet. If you're distracted or impatient, you miss them. Visualization sharpens your awareness, so you notice the small steps that lead to bigger ones. So visualization shapes your inner world, but your action is what brings it to the physical. Without action, even the clearest experience will stay just like that, in the inner. At some point, you need to start behaving like the person that you've been mentally rehearsing. This doesn't mean forcing anything or trying to control the process. It simply means letting your actions reflect the direction you're moving towards. Small decisions matter. Saying yes to the right things matter. And saying no to what contradicts your vision matters. When your thoughts and your actions line up, life starts responding differently. That's when people look at you and say you're lucky, or everything works out for you. Norman Vincent Peale said, change your thoughts and you change your world. But the world changes when your actions follow through thoughts. Visualization sets the path. Action brings the results. Together, they make your desired reality the natural outcome. So visualization isn't a trick. It's just a conscious way of using the mind, the way that it always works. Every repeated thought, emotion you sit with, and decision you make in alignment contributes to the life you're building. You don't need to chase signs or wait for permission from the universe. You just need to hold your vision clearly, return to it consistently, feel it fully, and act in line with it. Clarity gives direction, consistency reinforces it, emotion energizes it, and action completes it. When that all comes together, life stops feeling random. You stop feeling like things just happen to you, and you become the one shaping the way that things unfold. Start with the inner picture, give it life and return to it, and then walk as someone that already knows that it's on its way. What becomes real in your mind with clarity and conviction eventually becomes your real world. To me, visualization isn't about escape, it's about selecting. It's the art of choosing your reality before it chooses you. The moment you realize your imagination is not fiction, it's the foundation, you start designing your world like a conscious creator instead of a passive observer. And that's when the life that once felt so distant becomes the one that you're already living. Thank you for being here. Let me know how you get on with this. And as always, I look forward to seeing you on the next video. Bye for now.